Welcome to the YouTube of 2024 where you just completely own nothing. Well, hello and good day, YouTubers, and thank you for tuning in to today's sort of very different video on YouTube. I'm actually filming in a different room today, and I really want to have a bit of a vlog and a bit of a chit chat about obviously with what's just happened in the start of 2024, and I'm actually talking about about my YouTube channel in a sense. And I'm sort of thinking that because of the content that I make these days, well, it's a tad different. And because I'm in this different area now, that's just actually sort of pondering me on how am I actually gonna, make videos on YouTube. Like, how the hell am I actually gonna be continuing on YouTube these days? And I mean, this is the thing because I've been thinking about other YouTubers who have left on away from YouTube or retired from YouTube, like Tom Scott and Matt Pat. I mean, look at those YouTubers. They certainly have retired from making videos in 2024. And I mean, I'm not literally like talking about what really was or what I don't know what to really say here. What really was trendy is no longer trendy. It's like I don't talk about the trend unless if the trend is just dead. In a sense that I'm just one of those stupid YouTubers who often makes like stupid videos on YouTube just to get people entertaining and stuff. And I mean, I'm not just saying stupid as in like a completely dumb-assed video. Sorry, I just swore. Okay, really, I just don't know what to really say. Sorry, I just completely said that just because of the fact that YouTube is completely like just this toxic piece of whatever word I just said that I was about to say, but I'm not going to really holler it out because that's it. Now, what really has said to me about making videos on YouTube these days, really has sort of pivoted the way of just how society has changed. And I feel like that, one day I might become one of these YouTubers who would unfortunately probably pass out. And I'm not going to take my life away, as obvious as it sounds. But of course, yes, now I know there's a lot of YouTubers like Matt Pat and Tom Scott. They did some fantastic videos on YouTube for years beyond the site. But of course, yes, it really has sort of said to me that, with them being retired, am I going to be the one joining next? Well, no, I don't think so. But of course, yes, I just feel like that my mental health is probably seeking rumors that maybe, just maybe, it could potentially be the end of my YouTube channel. But yet again, I have lots and lots of coping strategies to come up with. And I think the other thing I'm also on about was that in favor of actually getting my YouTube channel the center of attention is I don't really seem to, I really think back to my YouTube channel as just being one that really hasn't got that many subscribers, and I'm not really one of those fickle producers that produce on YouTube these days. And I feel like that my channel's not that big, and I mean I've only got about 91 subscribers, although that can potentially pretty much fluctuate as time flies by. Whenever I make videos on YouTube, it becomes one of these things where I feel like I'm in complete jeopardy just because of this whole stupid retirement thing. That well, I'm not saying it's stupid, but it's just because that YouTube is just playing stupid, dumb games in the way society has changed these days, and I feel like that you know, I could definitely say that there's been lots of videos or even YouTubers who have been pulled aside, let's say, and I don't know what to really say, but there's some sort of agenda here, and I feel like that producers on YouTube are basically in the way of this agenda of being pulled aside, let's say, and are being made for very uncomfortable purposes, which really, in a sense, just sort of says to me, like, you know, that's just not what I really think what YouTube was meant to be as it is today. The YouTube of today is a totally different animal, and I feel like I could say I had it, but then I could potentially say, no, I really don't want to pretty much get away from YouTube and just go away and just take a break from making videos on YouTube or end my channel. Okay, because obviously I've still got the chance to make over 1,300 videos, which is pretty much one of the most outrageous goals I could potentially think of. And I feel like that could potentially won. And I mean, I really sort of, I could potentially say, oh, I really don't care about subscribers. Oh, I really don't care about the number of views or the number of, comments or likes on my videos and other whatnot. I just really sort of pump out lots and lots of content to be like other YouTubers in a sense. Okay, in the end, I'm just one of those stupid video producers, as I said earlier before. And I mean, it's kind of gut wrenching to hear that. Like, with YouTube these days, it's becoming relatively toxic. And I mean, I'm just sort of pretty much want to do like a rant video. Like, of course, yes, I do really want to talk about YouTube Shorts. It's basically trying to be like a copycat of TikTok. But what I really don't like, and this is the stuff that has been trending so far of late, I think, yeah, the 2020s really has been a continuation. So we already had, what really happened in the last decade. Now, of course, yes, I just really tend to talk about, the history of YouTube. You can talk about how Fred was born. You can just talk about how the Content ID2 was created and other whatnot. And you can also talk about the algorithm change as well, the partner for thing, and also the clone channel syndrome, whatever you're going to call it, hey? But, if I can bring into 2017, which I didn't make videos at the time, we had the flagging and demonetization videos and age restricting on videos. It really has damaged the way YouTube used to be. And I think that could be the part in which YouTube has started to change their logo. And I mean, really stemming all the way back to around August of 2017, that really has pretty much started the damage and the deterioration of what YouTube used to be. Sadly, this is still pretty much a bit of a trend, but YouTube likes to pretty much hide it away and just let other people and just watch people just getting smothered by the absolute crap. Like, I could definitely say, YouTube, just get your act together and just do the opposite. Like, just whitewash everything of what we used to do. Okay, like, as it goes on, like, of course, yes, I've seen, obviously there's just too much as I can really think of. Maybe that's just how I'm explaining here. Of course, in 2020 and 2019, we all talked about the copper YouTube made for kids thing, which really ticked off a lot of people. I was going to say the P word, but then I just thought, no, that would probably upset a lot of people, eh? And then you've also got like the part when YouTube was fined for millions of dollars. I don't know how many there was. Okay, for just having children's content with vile images, like, the Elsagate phenomenon. Just so many you could just potentially think of. And I mean, it just gets deeper and wilder as I'm blabbering here. That's why I'm sort of thinking maybe that's like the most significant part, the number one significant part about me at risk of being a YouTube producer is not because of my mental health, but also because of my mental health might probably hollow out a massive negative impact on other people's channels. And yes, I am very sorry for what I've just ranted so far on the animation I've made, which was the one that Roku Nexus has been commenting about and seeing about. And I mean, it did. Well, I didn't mean to get a bit angry at that part of the video, and I'm sorry, Ryan, for actually hollowing out. It's just that I just get so much pressure. Like, there's so many people around. You know what I mean? Obviously, and I did make an April Fool's video. Happy now? But hey, I just don't want to get a bit too rude. And I mean, I can be quite a bit rude at times, but I just thought maybe that's just, me not being perfect. Okay, this is a bit of a truth. Okay, going back to this whole YouTube Shorts thing that I've been talking about, there's been a lot of soft porn, basically violent videos on YouTube. I think it's pretty confusing whenever you think about a very violent video on YouTube. It either gets demonetized or gets double flagged or just gets pulled away from the site for obvious reasons. And yeah, that's how it works these days. And I'm certainly one of these YouTubers who really seems like, well, I would feel like that YouTube is now becoming one of these jobs where I feel like I'm at risk because I'm in a new area and I feel like I'm just sort of thinking, well, to pump up as much content, just like what I've done in the previous residence what I did back then in 2018 and 2019, 2020, 2021 and 2022. Of course, those last 5 years were part of my solid work for working videos on YouTube, for making videos on YouTube, obviously, somehow, until like October, which really started to change the fabric of where I really began. And that's it. I feel like I've just made myself a complete load. And maybe I could potentially be sooner or later be gone. and after reaching the goal that I'm achieving to make like over 1,300 videos. Or maybe not. Maybe that's just going to be the whole thing. Maybe I could just stop thinking about my worries and then just hope for things to get better. Or it helps for my career as a YouTuber to get really great and better at times. You know, that's the sort of thing I've been aiming for like, you know, years beyond it. And I mean, as I'm just vlogging in this complete cluster of a vlog, and I'm not going to say the F word because, of course, I don't really F-bomb or pretty much swear that much. Because, you know, I mean, I can't sort of swear, but, you know, YouTube just sort of plays monkey business. You know, obviously YouTube has just turned into a toxic site. I'm sorry to say, but hey, you know, obviously, as I've just been blabbing around about the rest of this video, boy oh boy, I just don't know how sick and tired am I just pretty much over with this site. Maybe I need to get a big breakaway, and that's it. Just like what Matt, Pat, and Tom Scott have done for YouTube. And, you know, I could really fully explain why they've actually fully retired away from YouTube so far in 2024. And also 2023 was also a big year. It was also quite a year for some YouTubers who have also retired now. Okay, so, I mean, I could really look at other YouTubers who have actually been quite active before I started, you know, just at the small remnants of my YouTube channel back in 2018 and 2019. There was another YouTuber I used to remember. Here's this guy from Victoria, Australia, I think he was. And I think his name was Aussie50. He was a great YouTuber, showing all this technological guff and other things he liked to smash around with. Aussie50, the person named Ed, he sadly passed away in May of 2019. He unfortunately committed suicide. But he was a great YouTuber from Australia, talking about different bits of technology, and also loves to smash things up and destroys all kinds of stuff like washing machines. Bloody hell, I could potentially get demonetized for that. You know, that was the good old fabric of YouTube these days. You know, smashing up washing machines and destroying knockoff toys. That was the passion of old YouTube. And I mean, sadly, with this whole new fabrication of YouTube, I'm so ticked off like the way YouTube performs now. And that's what this video is all about. Maybe I could potentially just bail out of YouTube for no utter reason other than the fact of my mental health. As obvious as it sounds. Of course, here, sorry for the other rant. Well, not as ranty as I did last month, okay? So, you know, who knows? Maybe I'm just, you know, hollowing out just a bunch of guff that just makes no utter sense. Like, I better leave this video here. And luckily enough, it's one of these sort of videos where I feel like I had no more ideas to make on YouTube, but just to make some. Anyways, I might as well admire the scene with the helicopter outside. Well, I can't see the helicopter outside, but here it is. There's my backyard garden. And of course, yes, as sneaky as it sounds, I've got a fence with just hidden bird food tubs. And of course, yes, as sneaky as it sounds, I don't know what to really say, like a packet of knickknacks. Oh, that's what I was about to say, hey? Oh, flippin' hell, why does my tongue and lip just go so wildly sloppy? I feel like it's one of these things where I just want to get away from YouTube. Anyways, I think that's about it in this video. Please give this video a like. Subscribe for more flat videos in the future, and I almost just swore at that time, as always. Thanks so much for watching, and bye for now. And I just don't know what to really say. Goodbye, good riddance to what YouTube of 2024 has to offer. Although I won't be gone, I'll still be producing videos of light, but hey, maybe I need to do another video where I can just talk about the simple suggestions for my YouTube channel.